what's up? It's your girl Yono.
Hey, it's Angie, guys.
And welcome to Rebel Women Podcast. How's everyone doing out there? I hope everyone's keeping warm.
Yes, I hope the snow has been, light wherever you guys are.
Yes, and they're plowing the streets so that your car doesn't go crazy, because my car was acting up. But yeah, so this is episode 4, and we're gonna cover a few pretty cool topics that I'm sure you lovely people would be interested in. But before we do that, I just want to recap really briefly what we spoke about in our last episode. So in our last episode, we spoke about monogamy. We spoke about She's Gotta Have It. And we also answered some questions in regards to dating someone who doesn't quite make time to see you even when they live in the same state as you. So today, drum roll please, we're gonna be talking about what?
What would you do if you saw your friend's significant other on a dating site that you were on?
Choke them up.
So, this has happened to me several times, actually, which is pretty sad. I've been on, sites like Tinder or, Bumble, and I've seen people who are in relationships on that site. Have you ever dealt with this?
Whoa, my lord. No, because I've never really been on Tinder or anything like that. But I've heard stories about that. But if I was in the situation where I did see that my friend or someone that I knew, and I saw their spouse on there, girl, I don't even know what to do. Do you really get yourself involved in that, or you just sit back and sip your tea and mind your business? Because that's heavy.
Honestly, if it ain't you, I wouldn't say anything. But I'm sorry for everyone else out there. I would keep my mouth shut. Because honestly, man, it ain't none of my business. That's like Genuine says. It ain't none of your friend's business. So, I'm going to say my name, boo.
Yes, exactly. So, if it's not a really, really close friend of mine that, I have an interest in and care about to that extent, I really won't reach out to the other person and say, hey, I saw your significant other on this dating site, because at the end of the day, that may or may not change anything for them. And it's not it's gonna be a pat on the back for me, because I've actually told friends of mine when their man was in the wrong, and they've stood with them. So sometimes in my mind I think okay, if I say something, is the person really gonna take that information and do something to change it, or is it gonna be well, whatever, that's he said, she said. So, honestly, if it's not a really, 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 really super close friend, then I am going to have to pass on letting that person know that their spouse is on a dating site. We also don't know the circumstances, right? We don't know if the person is broken up. We don't know if they're separated for the time. We don't know anybody's circumstances. So sometimes just staying in your lane and staying quiet can really just benefit you a lot more.
Along with that, if you do have a dating profile, how long before you think it's okay for you to take it off before, once you start dating someone?
Yeah, because, I had an ex-boyfriend that still had an active dating site, which I found weird. But his excuse for that was that it was old. And I was like, all right.
But why not take it off?
Exactly. I thought the same thing too. Why still have it there? Why still have the if it's out of sight, out of mind, then once you got into a relationship, why not take the whole thing off?
I don't know, because I know recently, not only did I see a couple of people who I knew were in relationships on like sites like Bumble and Tinder, but I also noticed someone that I had been talking to was also had a one account, and I was just like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Tell me a little bit about that. Like, tell me about that, like, that experience of these, like, Bumbles and Tinders.
Well, Bumble, it's mostly the female who's like kind of in charge of it, and whereas guys can't hit you up, you can only hit them up. So they'll like your picture, but no one can talk to anyone until the female likes, the other person. So, I mean, it's good in that, but then again, it's just like, I don't know if the pictures that come up are because they have liked you already, or are those like random pictures and just trying to navigate your like physical preference of an individual.
Do you feel that these sites work for you?
Hell no. Reasoning, because sometimes, like, for a fact, I don't think I'm very photogenic. Unlike some people who, just take a picture and always look good.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I may not photograph well, but, my personality might be the thing that grabs your attention and makes me attractive to you. So I'm like that. I need the whole one-on-one interaction in order to get attracted to someone. So you don't get that with just a picture. And then sometimes, I'm sorry, but guys, you are horrible at creating these profiles and taking these pictures. Guy selfies, they creep me out. And then they sometimes post pictures in groups, and you're like left to wonder, who exactly am I liking? Is it the guy on the left, on the right, or is it the girl in the middle? So it's just like, I don't know, guys need a one-on-one how to create a dating profile type class, because it's horrible.
You know what? I think I did try a dating app once. I forgot what it was called. I think it's the one that lets you know if the person is like at close proximity to
That
you.
shit is creepy. That could be a murder next to you.
I was like, you know what? When did I do this? I did this early 2016, and I was like, let me give this a try. Let me like immerse myself in like this millennial shit. Like, let me see what's out there, girl.
Ain't nothing out
I
there.
literally had it for like maybe 3 days, and I got super intimidated by it because, like, again, you're liking someone's picture. You don't like there's nothing more to it.
They can have bad breath.
Exactly. And I don't think I was making much of a connection because most of the conversations was just like small talk. And small talk drives me
It's the worst
fucking
talk.
insane.
Small talk is the worst talk.
It's just like, yeah, so the sky is blue. Yeah, so there are white clouds. Yeah, perfect. And the
So,
clouds move.
what's your favorite color? So, at what age did you learn to drive? How many siblings do you have? Are your parents still married?
Or like they'll hit you up and be like, WYD every fucking 2 minutes. Please, please, please stop with the WYD. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You are not entertaining me with any sort of conversation. So stop asking me what I'm doing because it's not important and it's irrelevant. Leave me alone. But yeah, I definitely learned my lesson in those 3 days that I had that app. I did like physically like a couple of guys. I did have stupid, meaningless conversations with a few, and I was just like, yo, this right here is not for me. I'm more of a like social butterfly. Let me interact with you. Let me see how my spunky personality is going to.
Yeah, I'm all about being Ed Sheeran with it. Let's go to a bar and meet someone face to face, because I feel like you're most likely to find someone you actually like then online.
Exactly. Like, these dating apps are so trashy.
And people lie. Because I went on a date, my first Tinder date, with this guy. He was very nice. But when he hopped out the car, when he walked into the restaurant, because in the car, he stayed in the car. We got to the restaurant, and homie hopped out. I was just like, oh my God. you are not 5'7". And I'm sorry, people are gonna talk crap saying that I'm biased, but listen, I have this thing, I don't like short guys. I'm already short. So when this dude, I was just like, and that killed it for me. I immediately, like, I shut down. I was just like, this isn't going anywhere. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt because he was nice. I gave him a second date. Yeah, and still, I couldn't get past it.
Girl, shallow. Shallow.
I was just like, you're short. I'm sorry.
I've been there, done that, so it's like, whatever. I'll just...
I can't.
I'm just so tall, so it's like, you're short? Okay, fine. You know, I'll date you for 8 years. Perfect. But yeah, I definitely, these online dating things are really just, like, scary. And, you know, me seeing other people deal with that, and it's just like, ugh. And some people just use Tinder to, like, hook up. So it's like, are you gonna really form a meaningful relationship? And if you have guys or girls, women and men,
let us know.
We're gonna post something on our Instagram, Rebel Women Podcast. And I want to hear your stories. Like, let us know what, like, did it work out for you? Give us the worst experience you've had, like, on these, like, dating apps. And if you're married after meeting your lovely spouse on this dating app, we want to know. We want to know what we're doing wrong.
Yeah, because we know. Okay, so...
moving on over to our next topic of the night.
So, someone brought this to us. Does size really matter?
Does it matter, women? Does size matter? Shit, where do
or men?
Well, yes, women or men. Does size matter? Honestly, I've had a variety, and I want to say that it
matters.
Not to me. It doesn't necessarily. Okay, in certain occasions, because there's been occasions that I'm just like, what the fuck was that?
If you're left to question that the next day, then you know there's big trouble.
Because, honestly, like, I've had partners in the past that have been very, very well endowed, and it's been really amazing. But even those same well endowed partners have had their moments where if they didn't know how to use it, I was just like, hell no, this is painful. I can't handle this. This is not fun. Because a woman just needs but so much. But then there has been other experiences where I'm just like, what the fuck is that? Am I gonna tickle your clitoris? Like, take that away. That's not gonna work for me today. I'm just being real. I'm being real. And I've had situations where it's average and it's pleasant because the person just has, like, a finesse and just knows how to work their body. Like, the man understands their body and their limitations and knows exactly how to use it. So, honestly, for me, it's not really the size. It's more the motion in the ocean. Because you can have a big old penis and that shit can, like, poke my heart. And I'm just like, yikes. And then you can have, something that's workable. And you're like, I'm sprung.
But Lord have mercy. I beg to differ.
She's like, you guys have to see her face. She's like lost for words right now. Poor Angie. Clearly, her experience.
I mean, like, yeah, sometimes it's workable, but then sometimes it's not. And I guess because I've never been a slim little thing, I got some meat on my bones. It's harder for me. I don't know how best phrase it. But listen, man, I need to honestly say God bless us as women. I don't know about guys because I can't speak for you guys. But, we amp these dudes up so much and we need to stop. We honestly need to get together and make these guys get a little bit more humble about themselves, because they out here talking about, get ready, I'm gonna lay this down on you like you never, and then you just like,
then you like pause. What in the heavens was that?
I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? What was it? Literally, I'm left with yeah. With pencil syndrome, as I like to refer to it. So, I mean, you know,
give us a little, explain this pencil.
Grab your nearest number 2 pencil and stare. That is pencil syndrome. And I've had 2 encounters with that syndrome. And it's like so sad, because it doesn't, I'm speechless. I'm traumatized. But I do think size does matter. Not a lot, not entirely, but I mean, you got to have something to work with. And you got to know how to work with it.
Yes, I agree with you on that, 100%.
That whole thing that all Dominican guys are well endowed is a lie, a big old lie. Yeah, so.
I mean, yes, it's all about like really like men. You just have to know your body, and if you can't back up the big talk and the big game, just be humble.
Make it up somewhere else. You got other
something.
You got
other body parts that you can put to work.
Is it orifices that you say it? No.
What?
Like other things? I don't know. You have other body parts. Yeah, make it work. Figure it out, and also know the female, because we lie a lot. Because we just don't want to hurt your feelings. And we shouldn't. As women, we shouldn't. Because
right.
I feel at the end of the day, we're getting the short end of the stick. Because then
no pun intended.
I walked into that one. But, I mean, because then we're left unsatisfied. And this one is walking around like, oh, yeah, he laid it down. And he didn't. So, we're unhappy.
Yeah. There's always a way to tell someone something without really being like brutally brutal or being like super nasty to that person. Like certain men with less than average or below average penises, I mean, you just gotta work your angles. Maybe you shouldn't try to get no like bottle service girl with some like crazy Nicki Minaj ass, and you try to hit it from the back, because you're not gonna do nothing with that, sweetheart. Like,
no, you're not gonna reach.
You're not gonna get anywhere. Maybe your best position is like missionary or something cooler than that, but just know your body, understand what you can work with, and please be humble, because at the end of the day, like, you can walk around puffing your chest, but it's like somebody's gonna not lie to you one day, and somebody's gonna hurt your little heart, pun intended, and you are gonna feel some type of way. So it's better to just like understand how to work your body. Because us women, like, I feel like men have, like, crazy-ass expectations about us. And they're like, I want a tight vagina. I want this. And I want perky titties. And I want all this stuff. And I want a big old
I don't want
ass.
the lips hanging out.
And it's just like, are you kidding me? That's human, like, anatomy. Like, relax. Like, that's how our bodies is, they're built this way. And it's just like, just as much as you want women to look a certain way, maybe we want you guys to look a certain way as well. But we're not out here hurting your feelings. So know your body before you start getting hurt, because women, I feel like, are going to eventually get super empowered and be like, listen, you have a small ass dick. What are you going to do?
And I think the movement has already started. So a lot of y'all about to get y'all feelings hurt starting in 2018, because we ain't putting up with it no more.
But back to this question, does size matter? For Yono, for me, for myself, it's not about the size, because you can have something huge. We also have to understand that, well, how far deep does a woman's vagina go? Like 4 inches. All we need is a good, 4 or 5 inches worked very well.
Somebody find me a ruler. I need a calculator.
I mean, I don't have it in front of me. I'm not a, scientist. But I do understand. But please understand this. Like, for me, it's not the size that matters. It's more like the connection. One, the connection you have with a person, because you can be sleeping with that big mandingo and you can feel super disconnected. So I honestly do believe that, like, having a connection or feeling like something towards somebody kind of changes the way that you feel about sex and how you feel about it. But if it's just wham bam, like, having the ability to just work with what you got is really great. Because I've experienced a number of different sizes, and some have worked, some haven't, but it wasn't necessarily because of, like, they had a big old penis or a small penis. Just some people just suck in general.
Yo, forget that. Let's do tantric sex, man. Let's not even touch each other.
Ooh, tell me more.
Let's just float and, like, let our energies intertwine and be one.
I don't feel like
Google that.
These men are just open to that. I feel like sometimes, and please correct me if I'm wrong, you can definitely go on our Instagram and comment. Men, please do. I feel like men always see sex as, like, I have to touch her. I have to, like, put my penis in her vagina. Like, they don't really get the full scope that is a little bit different than that. It's a little bit more intense. You can definitely have an orgasm and not even, like, touch each other.
Yeah, that's real.
Guys, you should definitely look into that, because I'm sure if you're lacking in places, that can help you 110%. But yeah, girl. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Size doesn't necessarily matter.
We are sticking to it.
It matters for Angie.
It does. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a big girl. Watch out for the big girl.
Hey, watch out for the big girl. All right, y'all. So, anything else we want to cover tonight?
No, it's Saturday.
All right, we about to keep drinking our little drinks and watching a little something. I hope we have entertained you lovely people and you have listened to us tonight. Please stay tuned for episode 5, and it was a pleasure, y'all.
Yeah, have a good weekend. Be safe. Use condoms.
Peace out.